Good morning. Welcome to Bliss Beyond the Buzz with Coach Janet. How's everybody doing on this beautiful sober Sunday? I am still a little under the weather. I keep thinking every day when I get up I'm going to feel better, but maybe tomorrow. Today, good morning. Today we're going to talk about 10 things you really need to avoid during the holiday season. 10 things to avoid. All right. Welcome. Okay, this time of year is the absolute biggest time for our to-do list. We have to do this, we have to do that, to do. I am going to give you a list of to-don'ts, if that's a word. So what I want you to do is not do these 10 things. Okay, that's kind of a negative backwards way to present something, but let's just walk through it and see. I would love to put on there, don't get sick, because to me, that would be perfect. If I had a solution for that, first of all, I would take it. Number two, I would say, let's do it. But these are 10 things that you can control. So let's walk through them and see how many of these you're already doing and how many of these you need to get off your to-do list. Okay, so number one, don't overcommit. It is so easy during this time of year to be the one who always takes up the slack. Okay, so yeah, the cupcakes need to be baked for the class. So you volunteer. You're the one who's going to pick up the presents for the nursing home. You're going to do. Yes, these are all good things. But when you start adding everything you have to do, you have to attend the plays, you have to attend the events, and you have to get all the extra party things, and it can be overwhelming, and you will overcommit. You can burn out. Nothing's fun. Nothing's good. So don't overcommit. Okay. Number two, don't spend money that you don't have. Now, this sounds like a no-brainer. Janet, nobody spends money they don't have. Wrong. Did you know that the majority of people end up going into debt for Christmas presents during this time of year? It's hard to say no. You want to buy people things that they want. If you've got kids, oh my goodness, those presents, they just keep getting more and more expensive. It used to be a nice little $5 rag doll. Nope. Today they want the iPad, they want the latest gadgets, they want a Power Wheels, they want whatever. It's all big money. So don't go in debt. Don't get caught in the trap of financing Christmas. If you can't afford to get it, then maybe you shouldn't get it this year. Putting things on credit cards with those high interest, that can just get you into a bad financial loop that you'll have to dig out of all year long. And you know what? A lot of times we buy this stuff that people, quote, want, and they don't even really want it. If you have thought about buying things and financing things that you can't really afford, maybe take a break from that. One of the things that might be good, too late this year, but start in January and put aside some money in a Christmas fund. Maybe it's 10, maybe it's 20, maybe it's 100, whatever you've got. Put aside in an account. And then at the end of the year, next year, you won't be in this predicament. You'll use that, set a budget. This is how much I can spend, and stick within it. All right. Number three, compare yourself to others. Oh, wow. This is so difficult. You know what? We see Hallmark cards, don't we? Everybody's Christmas tree looks better than ours. Everybody's Christmas dinner, and look at their lights. You drive by. Oh my goodness, they've decorated their whole house. It's a beautiful Christmas. I can't believe it. Everything is beautiful. But that doesn't mean that yours is not. Everybody's different. We've got different levels of finances. We've got different energy levels. And you know what? A lot of that stuff, it just ain't real. Let's face it. We're not Martha Stewart homemakers that we're going to have that pristine dinner and our house is going to look beautiful. But you know what? You can do what you want, but don't compare yourself to others. Those Pinterests, look at them, but don't feel bad about your own. Hey, yours might be looking pretty good too. And number four, don't expect things to be perfect. You know what? It is not going to be perfect. I don't care how much you try. Good morning. I don't care how much you try. You can have everything lined up. You can have your checklist. You can have all that. you can't control everything. You just can't. Something's going to get burnt. Some weather's going to be bad. Somebody's going to be sick. Something, somebody's going to get in an argument. Somebody's going to drink too much. Something's going to happen. So do your best not to set expectations that everything's going to be perfect this holiday season, because it's not. We're just people. We're just doing the best we can, and just take it for what it is and try to enjoy the happy moments. Number 5, don't stop your self-care routines. When we get busy during this holiday season, what we tend to do? First thing we do is stop going to the gym. We stop sleeping. We stay up late to wrap those presents. We get up early to do our tasks. We do all the things that we need to do for our holiday, and we put ourselves on the back burner. I love this time of year at the gym. You know why? Because nobody's there. It's so nice because everybody's busy, frantically running around trying to get all their Christmas tasks done, and they're not taking care of themselves. So number 5 is don't stop your self-care routines. Number 6, okay, you guys knew this was going to be on my list. Don't drink too much alcohol. Now, you know me, I'm going to say don't drink any alcohol, but if you have to drink, please limit it. You know how much money, time, and energy you can save by just not drinking? Oh my goodness. I tell you, this time of season is hard. We got the Christmas beers, we got the warm ciders, everybody's got a special. It's Christmas spirits. I mean, what everybody drinks, right? Well, guess what? If you choose not to drink this season, you can wake up refreshed. You can have extra time to do some of those tasks. So I'm going to say, feel better. Just put it out of your mind. Don't drink, or enjoy a warm apple juice with maybe some cloves and cinnamon on the stove. There's lots of mocktails and warm ciders and things you can have. You don't need the alcohol. It doesn't add anything. It just takes away. You knew I was going to put that on there. I have to be. I'm surprised it wasn't number 1. Number 7. Don't get into the trap thinking that more is better. Why, in our society, do we think that everything has to be upsized, upscaled? If you go to the Burger King or the McDonald's, you want to upgrade, upsize. Our houses are bigger, our cars are bigger, everything's bigger. That doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Doing more, buying more, going more is not going to make you happy. Sorry, you heard it here, but it's true. It's not going to make you happy. So more is not always better. Don't get caught into that trap. Number 8, don't forget about those in need. This is a perfect time of year. And I see the toy drives and I see the food drives. And it is a time of charity and love, a time for us to give. And so this is a great season. Don't let the commercialism and all the other things that we get involved in stop us from having that true Christmas spirit, which is loving and giving to others. Find something around that speaks to your heart and give from your heart. That's to me, that's the reason for this season, is to help take care of people and spread the love. Okay, number 9, don't stress about little things. How many times, I think last year I showed y'all how I wrap my Christmas presents. Whew, it's a hot mess. They are awful. If you've ever received one of my Christmas presents, hit the tape. But you know what? I don't really care. Just they rip them open. It's over. Nobody cares. I don't stress over those things. What am I going to wear today to this party? Well, I want my perfect. But you know what? No one's going to remember what I wore. And that perfect appetizer that you spent all that time on, guess what? It'll be gone, long forgotten. You got charged with the cupcakes. You don't have to bake cupcakes for hours and decorate. Publix got some good cupcakes. Just pick them up. Whatever works for you. Don't stress over those little things that don't even matter. And then finally, don't continue toxic traditions. Why do we do that to ourselves? So many times we get stuck into these traditions that our parents did, that we had as kids, that we maybe, had with our spouse, whatever, that don't serve us anymore. Maybe every Christmas Eve, you opened 3 bottles of eggnog and got toasted and listened to depressing Christmas music. Blah! No. If that's a toxic tradition that for you, don't keep carrying it on. You know what? You can make your own traditions, and you can start new traditions. And you know what? If you want to change them up next year, change them up. There's no law. You know, Santa and his elves are not going to come check on you and say, you didn't do that toxic tradition. Let it go. Guys, it can be a beautiful time of year. It can be such a blessing. But you know, we've got to try to stop stressing about the little things and trying to make this into something that, you know, perhaps it's not. Yep, that's right, Dawn. The holiday parties, nobody's even going to remember. And but if they follow my 10 tips and they don't drink, they might remember. So anyway, everybody, I hope you have a beautiful Christmas holiday season. Make sure that you take time for yourself. If you are thinking about going alcohol free, I highly recommend it. And I know I talk about it a lot, but man, it really changed my life. And if you are interested in joining me for Dry January, I only have 5 slots. I'd love to talk to you about it. Send me a message. Guys, thanks for joining me. Thank you for my 500 followers. I am thrilled that I got that number. I know that's, you know, a lot for me, and I just appreciate you guys getting on and sharing this season with me. So go out there and enjoy your Sunday. Take care of yourself, guys. See you next week. Bye.